Turn me up some. Whoa, whoa. Turn me up some.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Rant Show. I'm as always your host for this Rant Show, N7X Karu. And before we get into the Rant Show, I do want to say two things. One of them being, sorry for this, excuse for a get up. I'm still in my freaking PJs. I've just been relaxing the entire day, so apologies for that. And the second thing is, once again, do want to apologize for this Let's Play video being late. I know I mentioned this in a, not Let's Play video, but this Rant Show being late. I mentioned in a Let's Play video a few days ago that this and several others were going to be late. So once again, I do apologize for that. This has just been a hectic month. That's the reason why several Let's Play videos and videos in general have been late, and why some have not even shown up at all. But with that being said, like I said, welcome to another edition of the Rant Show. We're going to be talking about a few things this Rant Show. The main thing, of course, and the first thing we're going to talk about is the lovely game franchise known as Mass Effect. I'm sure most of you know already the game franchise I'm talking about, and if you guys have not played any of the games from this franchise, what the fuck is wrong with you? But with that being said, there's a very specific Mass Effect game I do want to talk about, and that is Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, I know as soon as I say this, some people are going to grit their teeth, some people are going to have a very, very heavy sigh, and others are going to say, why man, why are you talking about this? And there is a very specific reason. I'm sure most of you who follow Mass Effect news, or like Mass Effect related stuff, or Bioware related stuff on Facebook or on Twitter, have seen this article by now, but apparently in an article, the creators behind Mass Effect and Bioware themselves have announced that they are not done with the Mass Effect franchise, that they do plan on making an Andromeda 2 here in the near future. And I do want to say this, and I'll say this right now. I, like many others, did have problems with Andromeda. I felt like, and I'm not the only one who felt this way, but I felt like the game was rushed. Because soon after Mass Effect Andromeda dropped, they announced a whole bunch of stuff that they had planned for the game, but then they quickly abandoned all that to focus on Anthem. So, I felt like the game was rushed. What I would have done, and would probably have been smarter for Bioware, was to wait till Anthem dropped, then focused on Andromeda. Yes, I know, there would probably been a lot of very mad and impatient Mass Effect fans who were asking for the game to begin with, but I think in the long run it would have been a better idea, because you would have had more time to focus on the game, more time to give it the justice it deserved, and not to have to rush it out and then abandon half the stuff you had planned for it so you could focus on a different game. Overall, just would have been a better idea. And like I said, I had many other gripes and complaints about the game. Half of the DLCs that they had planned for it, they dropped because of Anthem coming out, and they said the only thing that they were going to focus on was the multiplayer of all things. And for anyone that is a Mass Effect fan, you know that's not what made the franchise what it was, or what made the games great. The thing that made the games great was the fucking solo story mode. We all loved it. That's what made Mass Effect what it was. And they just pretty much, when they announced that, hey, we're just going to focus on multiplayer while we focus over here on Anthem, and we're not going to do any of the DLCs we said that might be coming out here in the near future, so oh well, we're going to focus on the one thing that no one cares about in the freaking game. So that made me mad, and made a lot of others mad. And like I said, there was a lot more gripes and complaints and problems people had with the game in general. And hell, a lot, even people that are more popular and important than me, had issues with Andromeda. Hell, Markiplier even went on H3's podcast and said that whenever he got Andromeda and played it, it was a severe disappointment. And I can understand why him and most feel that way. Hell, I felt that way. And, well, like I said, Bioware and the creators behind Mass Effect recently said in an article that they were not done with the franchise. That they planned on making an Andromeda 2 here in the near future. And then, boy oh boy, if you only saw the freaking comments below when this was announced. A lot of people saying, oh god, why? Oh god, no. What the fuck? No, you already ruined the other one. Do not make another one, and so on, and so on, and so on. And listen, I understand why people are pissed with this. I understand why people are mad about this. You know, they felt let down. They felt betrayed by Andromeda 1. They do not want to see another one like that. But here's the thing, and this is just my opinion. Yes, I do have my own gripes with the game. Yes, there are things I wish that they would have done that they didn't. Yes, I feel like the game was rushed, and I, like many others, and I'm not the only one that feels this way about the game. But even saying all that, and even saying all the things I feel about the game, all in all, I do not think that Andromeda by itself was a completely bad game. Yes, it could have been a hell of a lot better. They could have done a lot of stuff different and addressed a lot of the issues that the game was having. That could have just made the game overall better. And they didn't. So I understand why some of the gripes and complaints about the game. But even with all that, I do not think that Andromeda by itself was a bad game. It could have been a hell of a lot better, like I said, a hell of a lot better. But it wasn't a completely, to put it in a word, it wasn't a completely pile of dog shit either. It did still have, at the same time, some good aspects about the game. Now, there were only a few good aspects, but like I said, the game by itself was not a complete waste. It did not completely suck. It could have been a hell of a lot better, like I said, but it didn't, in my opinion, completely suck. There were still little things about the game that I liked. Wish they would have done a lot more with the game, but there are still little things about the game that I personally liked. And like I said, whenever the article came out announcing that Bioware and the creators behind Mass Effect were not done with the series, that they do plan on making another one here in the near future, the comments below were just people completely bashing them. Saying, you know, like I said, God no, God why, you already screwed one up, don't do another, and so on and so on. And listen, I understand the way you feel, I really do, but I think Bioware and the creators behind Mass Effect deserve another chance. Because if you look out throughout gaming history, Mass Effect Andromeda was not the first game to bomb. It was not the first one to receive all the negative views it got. But at the same time, with all the other games that dropped like it, refused to make another game after that, we would not have some of the amazing game franchises we have today. We wouldn't, plain and simple. So, in my humble opinion, just like the other games of the past, I think Mass Effect, I think Bioware deserves another chance. I think we should give them another chance, and whenever the new game drops, whenever it does, because we don't know when, whenever the new game does drop, I think it deserves a chance. Now, granted, if that game does flop too, and it does suck, then fine. You have full rights and everything in between to bitch, moan, and complain. I'll probably be there with you. But I think they deserve a chance to at least try one more time and not completely miss the mark with this one. That's all I'm saying. I think they deserve a chance. And at the same time, and like I said, at the same time, did Andromeda suck? Yes, it did. But it didn't completely suck. The game wasn't as bad as some were making it out to be, and it wasn't a completely, burning pile of dog shit. There's a lot of things about the game that could have made it a hell of a lot better, but it wasn't, at the same time, a completely bad game. So also, I do not think that Bioware deserved all the bashing they were getting in the comments below of that article. I really don't think they deserved all that. Because even though there was a few, a very small few, comments in there that were like, not completely horrible, most of the comments, they were pretty bad. And I don't think they deserved all that. I don't think that in it by itself, Andromeda was a completely bad game, even though it could have been a lot better. And at the same time, I do think the creators behind Mass Effect and Bioware themselves deserve at least one more chance with the Mass Effect franchise. And like I said, if whenever the new Mass Effect game does drop, if it's completely horrible, then fine. You have full rights to bash, full rights to bitch, moan, and complain, and say whatever you want about the franchise and how Bioware destroyed it. but I think they at least deserve one more chance, because like other games, like I said, even like other games of the past, game franchises of the past, if developers and creators behind those games just stopped after one of their games bombed or didn't hold up to the standards that everyone thought they would be, then we wouldn't have some of the amazing game franchises we have now. Plain and fucking simple. So I honestly do think that they deserve one more chance with the Mass Effect franchise. And I think we deserve to give them one more chance. And like I said, I don't think that they deserve all the bash and the hate whenever that article came out, because by itself, Andromeda, even though it could have been a lot better, wasn't a completely bad game. Just my thoughts and opinions on the matter. All I'm saying. With that being said, though, before this Rant Show is over, I do want to, talk about two more things. The first being, I'm not trying to be rude with these two people I'm about to mention. I mean, I know they have their fans, they have, their own fan base, but me personally, I'm not a fan of Jake or Logan Paul. I've never been, probably never will be. So why some of their videos show up in my recommended feed, I have no idea. I've never watched a single of their videos, and I probably never will. The only reason why I think a Jake Paul video showed up on my recommended feed recently is because I follow Mr. Beast. And for those of you that probably already know the video I'm about to talk about, Mr. Beast was in one of Jake Paul's latest videos. The Jake Paul video, I believe, was titled something like, visiting Mr. Beast's house or something like that. And in the video, after he goes on and rambles for about 10 minutes, he finally shows up at Mr. Beast's house. And at first, they ding-dong ditch him, but eventually they just walk up to the door, knock on it, and Mr. Beast comes out. And Jake, or any of his fans, I don't know if you were paying attention to the video at this point, when he actually went to the door and said hi to Mr. Beast. But that was a very, very forced smile on Mr. Beast's face, and probably the only reason why he was smiling and didn't go off on Jake Paul was because there was a camera in his face. But I'm not the only one that pointed this out, by the way. A lot of people in the comments of that video, Jake Paul's video, were pointing it out too. But Mr. Beast, his smile when Jake Paul showed up at his door looked very forced, and he did, in general, not look happy to see Jake Paul there. Because as far as I can remember, they've never been into video together before, and as far as I know, Mr. Beast has never really been a fan of Jake or Logan Paul. So it kind of confused me when I saw the title of the video saying, I go to Mr. Beast's house. And then I watched the video, and whenever he shows up at Mr. Beast's house, yeah, Mr. Beast, sorry Jake, but he did not look happy to see you. And the only reason why he probably let you in his house and acted at least sort of nice to you is because literally you had a camera in his face. And he did not want probably drama up on YouTube if he decided to go off on you while you had a camera on him. So, just saying, and just, a bit of advice for next time you think about showing up at a random YouTuber's house, especially without them knowing. Yeah, don't do it. I mean, you think you would have learned that whenever you showed up at Post Malone's house, but apparently not. Hey, at least you didn't show the address of Mr. Beast's house. That's good at least. But with that being said, yeah, I just wanted to point that out to anyone that might not have noticed it if they've seen the video. Yeah, Mr. Beast did not look happy to see him. I'm just saying, and I'm not the only one that pointed it out. A lot of people in the comments of Jake Paul's video pointed this out too. I'll post the clip here somewhere right now so you'll even see it for yourself. He does not look fucking happy. But yeah, just wanted to give my 2 cents on that real quick. And then also, before we do end the video, I also do want to say, if you do not have yet checked out the lovely group that is Pentatonics yet, please do. And more importantly, check out their newest music video that just dropped on YouTube. They did a cover of The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. It is really fucking good, so please give it a listen when you can. I'll leave a link for that music video down below. Please check it out. And please check out Pentatonics in general if you haven't already. They do some really good fucking music. They do a lot of really good covers. Some of my favorite of all time, still to this day, are the ones that they did with Lindsay Sterling, because she's another little favorite of mine. But trust me when I say this is, if you're a fan of Pentatonics or you're a fan of Disturbed, check it out. It is really fucking good. There will be a link in the description below to that music video. Please check it out when you have a chance. But with that being said, guys, here I'm going to leave it off here. I'll see you guys later. As always, peace, love, and chicken grease. O4L. I'll see you on my Spark Watchers later. As always, welcome to my domain. Please remember, Jake Paul, please next time do not show up randomly at people's houses. Not everyone's happy to see you. And I'll see you guys later. As always, and forever, peace.